Hey everybody, we go to Port Royal first because we get a magnet upgrade off the boss. So you're really choosing between the magnet upgrade here and the reflect upgrade off of Xaldin. There are some mob fights before you fight Xaldin at Beast Castle, so it's like it really doesn't matter, but if you had to narrow it down to some sort of criteria, I would say this is better because an upgraded magnet helps you in those mob fights more, while having an upgraded reflect here won't really make a difference. So that's how I decided to go to Port Royal first on the second round of visits. Of course, we are using Monochrome. Again, still using Monochrome because it makes a funny sound when you hit stuff, thereby becoming the best Keyblade in the game. Also, it kind of looks like a boat. I'm sure you haven't forgotten that. And these pirates are the same as always. Nothing special. Oh, Donald and Goofy are dead? Oh, whew. Can't believe that shit. Jack is standing around. Yeah, those pirates were cursed, so that's very good. So I found a way to get this sticker with Master Form that I think is kind of cool. I always waited until I had Final Form to get this sticker, but now I know. I really like the movement that comes with Master Form's spellcasting. It's a lot of just interesting mechanics, because the other forms don't really feel like they move differently. Right, Wisdom Form, you know, skates, but you're still sort of walking. The spells don't really move you. So yeah, I like all that spellcasting in Master Form. That's cool. This fight is completely worthless. He literally has 2 attacks. He can hit you with his anchor, or he can make it windy and then disappear. That's it. You've seen the entire fight in the first 5 seconds. You can just reflect that stuff and otherwise hit him with Monochrome because it's the best Keyblade in the game. That's it. We're done. So, I guess maybe you're wondering why I don't use like a drive form here. So when you're in a scripted fight, your chance of getting anti-form doubles. And so at this point in the game, because I have leveled up the first 4 forms up to level 6, I have a huge amount of anti-points. Right? So my base probability of getting anti-form is going to be 25%. So when I'm in a scripted fight, that goes up to 50%. And then when you're in a fight with Organization, it goes up by another factor of 2. So you're guaranteed to get anti-form, or it's another factor of whatever that guarantees you to get anti-form when you have that base percentage of 25. So I don't want to risk a 50-50 chance of getting anti-form against this boss. Honestly, against this boss, maybe I should have done it because it's easy as fuck, and anti-form could probably burn him down pretty quickly. But I wasn't really thinking about it. So that's generally why I don't use drive forms in a lot of these fights. Especially like in that Demix video. I know the speedrunners use limit form or master form or whatever. That's cool. I love speedrunning and I totally respect that. But just, you know, in this game state, when you've leveled up all your forms, you're pretty much guaranteed to get anti-form against the Organization. Until you know, get final form and you can reduce your anti-points. So yeah, there's just no reason to do it. Now we're getting our Cursed Aztec Gold back, which is a complete waste of time. Just an enormous waste of time. There's the first one. And for some ridiculous reason, one of the remaining medallions is in the exact same place. Like, we just came back to the same place to get a second medallion. I don't know. I don't understand what happened with this. I guess this is a decent enough time to talk about how Luxord is like the biggest missed opportunity in the entire game. Right, you meet him here in Port Royal, and he likes the coins, which is cool, it fits in with his character, but we don't really know anything about him. Right, this guy is rank 3 in the Organization, and we don't know anything about his motives, we don't know why he's working with Xemnas, we don't know who he was beforehand, right? We've got Syx and Xigbar are both, we know who their original forms were. We know through a lot of the original forms were. Why don't we know anything about Luxord? He's rank 3! You fight him after Xigbar in the game. It doesn't make any sense, right? His timing for fighting him in the game and his rank in the Organization make him seem super important, but his complete lack of a story and not knowing who his original form was make him seem not important at all. So I really don't know what the hell they were doing with Luxord. And you just saw me use Blizzard spam to kill that nobody. Maybe there's a better way to do it, but I like to do it that way. It's like a spiritual predecessor to how I started the generators in Cavern of Remembrance. And so here, of course we're using the Monochrome again, because it's the best Keyblade. I was like, you know, oh, do I use Thunder or do I use Blizzard against this guy? And then I thought, oh, I'll just use both of them. And, yep, you use Thunder. Thunder makes him drop more coins, but he can still move around and attack you. Blizzard freezes him in place, but it doesn't drop many coins. So you use Thunder to get the big drop, then Blizzard to freeze him in place, and you get a shit ton of coins completely safe. This is exactly like the first time we fought him. He just has the 2 attacks. And we use our full air combo with Horizontal Slash. Because these phase transitions are gated by his life, not time. So you can take as much time as you need here. I'm just trying to... Because if you're mid-combo, he can do his Whirlwind and hit you. So when you're coming up on the health cap, you need to like just poke him down with Thunder. So you wait for the outer skull to pass by and then Whirlwind. That's probably the only really dangerous part of this fight, is when those skulls are flying around. So we'll see that again on the next phase transition. And then, so you can't use magic on him when he's doing the vacuum, so that sucks. So I bring out Stitch because I don't want to use Ethers. He's just spamming the vacuum. That has a really wide area actually, so you kind of need to move him around the outside if he's spamming that move. Okay, outer one passed by and rolled in. Stitch shoots the skulls with his guns, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't actually protect you. Plays his ukulele that does literally nothing. Oh, here we go. Okay, we've got all the medallions.
This is it. Take this.
So much fun, right? How much fun are we having right now?
Take this.
And so this is the second cap, and so I'm using Thunder to get him to that cap, because I don't want to start a combo and then get hit. You can dodge this attack by standing on the boxes. You can also easily dodge it by like reflecting or jumping, but I just think it's cool that there's actually somewhere on the map that they gave you to dodge that attack. I think that's good design. Oof, close call. See, that attack has a really, really wide area, so it can be pretty dangerous. But now, I actually came up with this on the spot. I was like, I guess I can just do this over and over again. I don't actually need to wait for the reaction command. I'm just going to do this over and over. It brings us back to how we beat Barbossa without actually having to fight him. It's eerily similar. Welcome to Port Royal, folks, where Blizzard is, you know, the best thing you've ever heard of. I'm really nervous about those ones up on the crate. There we go. Man, my lips are chapped. I don't know what's going on with that. Sitting on this box. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect vantage for beating the crap out of him. Oh, 500 medallions. There we go. I'm pretty sure in the original, in like the 30 FPS, you put all your medallions in at once, but for some reason in 2.5, also on the PS3, it just stops you sometimes. So, revenge value gets pretty weird when Stitch plays his ukulele. I should have used Blizzard to get him there. I feel really bad about that. So I just wanted to get out of there. I didn't want to stay close to him and get hit at the end there. But yeah, it's hard to explain. So that's the end of our second visit to Port Royal. I don't think I have anything else to say, but I forgot to check my stats, but I did a save after this, so I just include the rest of the footage. So if you care about proof that this is level 1, you can keep watching. But I'm going to sign off here. Thanks for watching.